All right, welcome to a special edition of Allison and Mark in the afternoon. Actually, Allison and Mark Married in Media weekly
Yes.
review. Babe, we had to hop on hot
All right.
because one of our family friends and friends, the Adonnis, is doing. Look at that, babe. 619 crypto. What's up,
Mhm.
Adonnis? How are you? Welcome to the
Hey,
show.
family, how are you, sir?
Yeah.
So, babe, everybody's talking about Bitcoin,
Yeah.
crypto, all this kind of stuff. You and I are similar in that we have no idea what any of it means at all.
That's why we're happy we're talking to you because, and I know we can't afford to jump in now, but
We can.
can we?
Absolutely, that's not true, Allison.
Okay. Well,
See,
tell us all
so
about it. How do we
so
get in on it?
yes, and Adonis has been talking to me about this, and I had no idea what he's talking about. So Adonis, please break it down for all of our people and for us.
Right. So let's just first start with the myth of not being able to today.
Okay.
Right. So when people think about crypto, they think about traditional investing, and it's totally different. And I'll give you three different reasons why it's different. Right. First of all, it's a digital platform, 100%. It's not controlled by like the stock market, S&P 500. Right. That's the first thing. The second thing, more importantly, is global. Right. Crypto is trading all day, every day, all over the world. And a lot of people don't understand the financial systems and how they work. If you ever ask yourself, okay, why is it that my deposits, when I deposit my account at by 2 o'clock, it won't register until the next day? Well, the reason is because banks take that money and they trade overseas at nighttime, your money, to make them money, right? So with crypto is global. The third thing about crypto that's most significant is you don't need a lot of money to do it, right? Because although I would say it's very volatile, it can also be very lucrative. And so that's why there's no amount or small amount. It's not like when you buy a stock, Allison, where you say, okay, I want to buy some Microsoft stock and it's $200 a share, whatever the case may be. And you'd be like, I need $1,000 to buy five. It doesn't work like that, because the way crypto works is based off of revenue percentage from a net profit and a net loss perspective, and not from a holistic, I need to invest in a stock. And because you can never buy Bitcoin, Mark. I mean, you probably could, but I couldn't, because it's between $50,000 and $60,000 for one Bitcoin.
Right.
But
So
the beauty of
you buy a piece of it, right? Like a fraction.
exactly,
Right.
exactly. So that's why it's not about when you can or how much you have. Whatever you have, you can invest in whatever crypto coin currency that you want to, basically.
So okay, so is uh what are the ones that are out there? So is crypto the
Oh
same
my
as
gosh.
Bitcoin?
Oh my gosh. So the actual concept of digital currency is called crypto,
Okay.
right? But the actual when it comes to how many are out there, Mark, when I tell you there are hundreds of thousands and millions of them out there, it literally is. Now, the ones that you're speaking about that's more, let's just say, have brand name and market recognition are your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your Litecoin. Those are the traditional, market shares, because they were the first cryptos that people took a hold to and went to market. But they're literally hundreds of. You've heard of Dogecoin, right? You've heard
Hmm.
of Shiba, and we can get in a little deeper about that a little later. But just understand that there are hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins or types of cryptos out there.
So, what's the benefit, Adonis, for saying, okay, you know what, I'm going to invest in this? What's the benefit? When do we see a return? Do we just hold on to it? Because I think that when I think about this sort of, this cryptocurrency, I think,
Mm-hmm.
well, could in 2 years this just disappear? Because it felt like it just came on the scene 2 years ago. But so what's the incentive to really get in there?
So the way I'm building my course that I'll be teaching starting on next year, you have, just like any traditional investing, you have short-term investment and you have long-term investing. And it's the same thing with crypto, right? But when I educate people on crypto, I ask them, what is their investment strategy with crypto? Is it long-term or the short-term? And a lot of times people want to get in the crypto market. In actuality, it is really short-term, and they do what we call in the industry FOMO, or fear of missing out, or hold on for dear life. You may have heard those terms or those coins of phrase. And and what that means is this. Think about a few months ago when everybody wanted Dogecoin, right? It was all over the place,
Yeah.
right? But here's what people didn't understand: that although it was booming, Mark and Allison, they were still only 95% of the portfolio holding of Dogecoin was only owned by 4 people in the world. And what happened was they were pumping up the price of it, and they were taking all the retail people that you and I may know and investing, and all of a sudden they would take all their money and make hundreds of millions of dollars, and it drops, boom. And then you're left holding the bag. So short-term strategy, the way I teach it, is not the best thing unless you want to get in quick, but you have to be able to know when to get in, Allison, and make it a short-term, and you can make a quick turnaround.
So it seems so overwhelming. How do you put your toe in the water, Adonnis? How do you, let's say me and Allison, let's say we have, we balling, we got $100.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what do we do?
So in a course that I'm teaching, I'm putting together, the first thing I ask is, what are you expecting in your $100? What's the return of investment you're expecting in your $100, right? Because investing and the return on investment is all relative to the investor, right? You may say, you know what, I'm okay making $10 a day on my investment, versus with me, I need $50 a day, right? But I'm going to take more risk, and I'm going to be more risk adverse when it comes to me investing, as opposed to you and Allison, who only want a 10% return on your money. You can be a little more conservative, right? So again, investing is risk versus reward, right? But at the end of the day, when you think about it from a holistic perspective, to answer your question more directly, Mark, it's not even about how much you have and how long it takes to return on your investment, because you can literally take $100 and I can give you a couple of cryptos, and by 5:30 you can triple it to $300 and I'm out on this investment, and that's one of the things that I'll be teaching is, a lot of times when we get in investing and we see a quick return, we want to keep riding and keep riding and keep riding it. But Allison, that crypto can go to, at 520, it can go to $150, and by 523 it could be down to $82,
Right.
because that's the volatility of crypto.
Now we want everybody to, enroll, get on board with with what you're doing. But let me ask you,
Sure.
what would you advise, or what will you advise the people that are, under your tutelage, in your under your instruction in this? What do you advise? Just and don't give everything away, because we want to drive people to you. But
absolutely, we know we're not doing that. But hold on, what happened to my screen here? Can you guys still see me?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I won't worry about it. Okay.
I'm talking about long term. What would you tell? So yeah, we bring this $100. Like, what are you advising? Because for us, like we have kids. We got 2 kids in college, one in high school, and I would love to see it grow. So you feel secure that this is, stop thinking about just like stocks and bonds, and also think about crypto? Would that be the advice for the long term?
It would definitely be advice, but it's also, one of the things that I'll teach people is to know when to leave, know when to get out of it, right? Because you can listen to people and they'll tell you to stay in, but if they don't understand how the actual market works, you can end up getting burnt really bad. Unlike the stock market, if you never sell Microsoft can go down today. But if you have a long-term strategy that you're suggesting, eventually Microsoft will go back up.
Right.
But with crypto, it can literally be done in 6 months, Allison. The company is no longer in existence, because there's no regulations to say, okay, this company is a publicly held company and you need to stay, above this profit margin to stay in the market. And that's why, a lot of people out there, and I'll be very clear with this, is that there are a lot of people out there who claim they know crypto, right? And that's not to say that, I know a thing, but one thing I will say this, it's kind of like being a Christian, Mark, right?
Wait a minute now.
No, hold on. Because it's like this. There are hundreds of different religions. And if I had to follow one person, the difference that separates Christianity from any other religion is the actual founder of it actually died for what he believed in. So if I'm going to follow somebody, I'm going to follow somebody who I know really believes in what they believe in. And the reason why I can educate people on crypto, because I've used my own real money and lost and gained, and I can teach you from real life experience what not to do. so that's what you get the benefit of me. I'm not talking theory, right? I'm talking actually. As I told you before, Mark, I was operating in crypto 5-6 years ago with Bitcoin and Litecoin and Ethereum, right? And trust and believe, had I stayed in it, 5 or 6 years ago, I probably wouldn't be talking to you. Well, I'll be talking to you, but it'll probably be from my yacht.
From an ivory tower, right?
From Ivory Tower.
Yes, sir.
So I'm and to wrap that up right there, that part, Allison, the beauty of me is that if you work with me, I'm going to be in the trenches with my team. I'm going to be in the trenches with everybody. Katrina and I were talking about it, where I'm going to be actually setting up trading, and this going to sound kind of foreign, Mondays and Fridays of every week. Like I'm literally going to be online working with my people saying this is what we need to get in. The reason why I picked those days is because, see, in the stock market, Allison, Friday is like the worst day to invest because you're going into a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But with crypto, it goes all 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Right.
So when we're trading on Friday, I'm like, this is going to pump over the weekend. You need to invest in it today. Mm-hmm. And Monday we come out and we say, okay, well, what is the news saying? What is the media saying about this crypto? And it gives us a chance to have a 4-day window to make money. So that's another value add that I'm going to be in the trenches with my people.
So Adonnis, I know a lot of people say when you talk about investing,
Mm-hmm.
they say, if you can't afford to lose it, then you don't need to do it. Does that apply to investing in general?
And investing in general. But the crux that I'll give advice to that is that no matter what you invest in when it comes to stocks, options, crypto, you don't lose money until you actually sell it. Let me say it again. So if I invest $1,000 in Microsoft and it drops to $300, well, if I sell it, then I have a loss of net 700 loss. But if I can wait until Microsoft gets back to the 1,000 I invested, then I don't lose any money, right? But what happens a lot of times is what we call in the investment world is people marginalize their money, meaning they're borrowing money against their money. And it costs them. So if that $1,000, if I borrow $500 against it, now I got $1,500 invested, and Microsoft drops 20%. Now I own 20% of the 500 out of that I've lost. It's not mine. Now I'm 70% underwater. So that's where the strategy. And a lot of these guys that are on the internet tell people, oh, invest this amount, margin, take out this, invest your savings. No, it doesn't work like that. Because in reality, if you want to invest, you have to understand what your risks are when you're investing. And I don't care who you talk to. And even the institutional guys will tell you, the big money guys will tell you, hey, you're either in this for the long term or the short term. But the reality of people like yourself and myself and Allison, who are working people, we can't say that we're in it for the short term, only because if we lose, we could be gambling or risking our mortgage or our car payment. Right. We don't have the buffer of luxury of having millions of dollars to play with. Well, I don't. Maybe you.
Well, no, and you know us,
right
there. We're all in the same low boat right now. Yeah, we will be in that yacht, but right now we're in the boat. I just want to say, Adonnis said, I love this because I feel like this is one of those areas where I bet that we don't see a lot of people who look like us investing in this because, and I get it, you got to make that mortgage, you got to make that, that car note. So you don't have a lot of money to play with. So you want to be in these traditional spaces, but this is where it is. And the fact that you are helping out and like you said, in the trenches with your people Mondays and Fridays is that's powerful. And I appreciate that because I feel like we need to all educate ourselves in this.
And we do.
Where we're going.
And I'm glad you said that, Allison, because this is one of those opportunities or platforms to access that has no demographic or geographic boundaries. Right? Because nobody controls it. That's why, you every week, the SEC and they try and do all this stuff. I mean, the federal people in the US are trying to regulate crypto. Well, you can't because first of all, nobody owns it. It's a global, it's like the internet. Nobody owns the internet, right? So you can't control it. But notice the brand that we're building is 619 crypto, right? Because 619 does mean something to people who look like you and I.
That's right.
In Juneteenth. So you have to be able, Mark, we talked about this before. You have to be present yourself to the world as a brand, but have what they call the dog whistle, to where as though people can identify, 619 as an African American. I know that means June 19th.
Right, and I went to 1619. First met over here. So Project 1619. See, Adonnis, you saw one next level. I don't even know if you thought about that. That's like the next thing.
I can't really lead nobody somewhere that it's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's and you know, and to that point, Allison, you know, I really want, you know, your people and all our people to understand that, you know, it's kind of like that Michael Jordan poster, you know, and he talks about how many shots he made and how many shots he missed. But the reality about investing is that, you know, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. You know, and a lot of people been burned. A lot of people have been burned in investing. But I just say the crypto market, you have to understand, it's a very volatile market, but it's also a very lucrative. You know, I won't get into details about Marc, but one of the I learned a little trick of the trade, and a couple weeks ago that I'm going to be teaching in my when I teach people, and in which Allison and I literally net profit in a matter of 4 or 5 days, 500% return on my money. So if you'd have gave me $100 and I did this little thing that I came up with, Marc, we'd have $500 by Saturday. So you think about it, if it was 1,000, it'd be 5,000. It was 10,000, it'd be 50,000.
Well, Adonnis, now why did we use the old method where I would have borrowed it from you? You should have just borrowed it from yourself from me and did it.
Well, see, the problem with that is that, you know, I love you to death, and I want to keep you around. Yeah, you know, and again, and what I want people to understand is that don't invest in any crypto unless you've been educated and you know exactly what you're doing.
Okay, so
You know?
how do people how are you doing this, Adonnis? Adonnis, how
Yeah.
do people get involved with your movement and get educated and ask questions of you?
So, yep. So thanks to Marc, I wasn't planning on even moving forward with the brand until January. He's like, but I need to get you on the thing. So literally today, I just started an Instagram, 619 crypto, 6, the word as you see, at SIX19 crypto. And I just asked people to start following me there because I'm still getting my ducks in a row, because as you guys know, I'm a perfectionist. So when I come to market, we're going to be ready and we're going to make money. We're going to make, because at the end of the day, that's what's really about, making money, right? And you know, if we don't, it's not a thing where so you have these get rich quick schemes where they say, oh, you invest $10,000 and you're going to make your money back in a month or a year. Well, that's really not reality in some instances with traditional, to your point, Marc and Allison, traditional investing. It really doesn't happen because, you know, and Marc has heard me say this before. If everybody could be a millionaire, then everybody would be a millionaire. Right? So there's no, but the beauty of working with me is that we've lost a lot of money. You know, most people won't tell you that they lost money. They just want to tell you the glory of it. We've lost a lot of money, but we've learned. And that tool of education and the empowerment of empowering people so they don't make and lose money is what the value that I bring to educating people on the crypto, Allison. Because I've really literally lost money, and I'm blessed and thankful we're in a better place today. But hey, if I can help other people without making the same mistakes, and let's get it in. Let's do it.
Well, Adonnis, thank you, sir. You know, we just hopped on, and again, we're excited. I see Dave Anderson out there, Coley, Sherry, Monique. You know, Dave is, I got to hook you guys up, man. Dave is, he's the business bully. I look up Dave Anderson, the business bully.
Sherry's asking for the Instagram, so it's on the screen right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have no followers until you guys, because I literally just set up thanks to my brother, Marc Clark. But
so
please,
it's Sherry, it's at SIX19 crypto.
Yep.
Okay.
Please just start sending it to everybody, because I want to build it up, Allison, and we'll get back together in January, and we'll launch it, and we're gonna do something big, because I can't wait to get out of 2021. I literally can't. Yeah. And I want your audience to know one thing, and that's this: is that this particular venue to make money, again, is non-demographic and non-geographically based, and this can be the thing that will turn the corner, because no federal government can, you know, regulate, you know, how you make money, because it's not contingent upon one person having control, i.e. the government or SEC or whoever the case may be. So I look forward to sharing my knowledge and you know, assisting people. And 2022, we can start, to your point, Allison, start really setting aside that money for our family and our children, and creating generational wealth.
Generational wealth. Those are my favorite 2 words.
I see Bootsy Vegas, Charlie is in the house. My cousin Harold in the house. Cherie. So
Follow
yes.
right now.
So all right, man. Love you, Adonis. Thanks so much.
Love you guys too. Thank you.
All right.
2022 is on the way. Shout out everybody. What's up? Oh, by the way, everybody who's checking in tonight, don't forget now, my event is coming up December 11th. Go to Eventbrite and type in my name. I'm locking up. Damn you, 55.
Adonis and all this money got you shut.
Adonis and Katrina gonna be there too, by the way.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna be there.
We'll be networking. Adonis, get them cards made with that on there too, so you can pass those out too. All right, all right, y'all. Love y'all. Be good.
All right.
Love y'all. Bye bye.
All right, everybody. Be good. Be safe, everyone.